Man, I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die, I'm focused on the music. Man, I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die.
Yesterday I told you about creating the sales funnel, and today I did more research on it. I've got my notes here. I wrote down a lot of things, so I'll be speaking about that. So, importantly, after doing a lot of research today, I got to an understanding that there are two main reasons as to why we need to create a sales funnel. The first being to provide value to each customer at a unique level of the value ladder proposition, and then the second being make more money and be more profitable, at the same time identifying your dream customers who can afford your high-end services. So building a sales funnel will help you reach your dream client who would be willing to pay the top end for the topmost value you will be providing. Again, the value proposition basically says that with the more value you give to the customer, your price increases. So dream client over here or dream customer over here is the one who would give us the maximum money for the maximum value, of course. So there are three main questions that I had to, I got to an understanding through all the research that there are three main questions I need to answer before moving ahead. The first question being, how do I find my dream customers? So again, for this I wrote down shitload of questions, as you can see, and I'll be discussing a couple of them. So the first one is, who are the people in this specific market? So when I say who are the people in this specific market, I'm talking about the business you're involved in. Let's just say I'm involved in gardening. Who are the people in this gardening market? If I'm into thrifting, who are the people who are into thrifting? Like not just the age or the income level or the demographics, but who is that person as an individual, knowing that person. Because at the end of the day, it's the people's game you're playing. You need to understand people. Once you understand how their mind is working, that's when you can go ahead and portray whatever you want in a better way. So the second question is, what are they searching for? And then the next one was, what problems do you want to solve for them? So these are the couple of questions under who is your target market. It'll help you understand your ideal customer better. And the next one is, where is your target market congregating? So what congregating basically is, group of people coming together who share the same values or beliefs. Yeah. Congregating is basically a group of people coming together who share the same values or beliefs as you. So here you need to understand they exist online and as well as offline. So you need to find out, where do they exist? Do they exist online or offline? Once you have that, next question would be, where do they spend their time? If it's offline, where exactly are they spending their time offline? If it's online, on which apps are they spending their time online? This will help you get a perspective and understanding, so you need not run ads randomly. You can understand on which platform are they engaging more on and focus on that. And what blogs do they read? What kind of articles are they reading? Again, you can place ads on blogs as well. So if you understand where are they going and reading about this entire activity, you can target them over there on these specific sites. Again, do they prefer Instagram or Facebook? You will have to understand their behavior and come to these conclusions. There are a lot of questions. I just gave you 3 or 4. So the last question is, how can you get your customer to leave the congregation and check out your funnel? So what this question means is, congregation, as I told you, is a place where people come together who share the same belief, or are interested in the same activity. So when they're already in a group, and when you're entering these groups, how will you grab their attention? So what I mean by check out your sales funnel is, how will you grab their attention? You have to build curiosity. How are you going to build curiosity? As I told yesterday, it can either be done through a free ebook, or a free webinar, or a free consultation service. Anything. It can literally be anything. As long as it grabs the attention and builds curiosity, it's going to work. So basically, this is the research I've done. And if you're like, Suraj, how the fuck do I do all these 3 things? Well, all I did was I went up to Google, typed in the keyword, let's just say it's gardening Hyderabad forum. Forum is places where congregations happen. Forum is a place where people come together and express their same views on a specific topic. So I went up to Google and I typed the keyword and then just typed forum at the end. So this gave me a lot of options and also areas where I saw the groups where they are: Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn. A lot of options were there. Or again, you can either go up to Facebook and then type in the keyword, and once you type in the keyword on Facebook, a lot of these groups will be closed. So once you get inside them, you can go to the profile of the people in the groups and just see what are they going through, so that you'll get to understand what is their mindset like, or how are they in general. So that once you understand how they are, you can market yourself better, or your product or service better. So this is I have 5 more questions which I wrote down initially. So these were the 5 questions which I wrote down before doing research. So what these 5 questions basically are about, they will, let's just say gardening. They will let me know how to market to my ideal customer. Let's just say gardening, marketing for gardening. So I have 5 questions here. The first question is, what were my desires? If I were to do gardening, what would my desire be like? A basic question. Once you have that answer, next thing would be, what got me excited to get started with gardening in the first place? Then the next question, where did I look for more information? Is it Google, Facebook, or Instagram, or YouTube, or any other blog? Where? And then the next one which I used was, what words and the next question was, what words and phrases was they using to look up for this information? Again, these keywords are very beneficial, because the same keywords you can use it on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram to understand who are these people who are using these keywords. So once you understand what are these phrases or keywords that I use for searching, I can assume other people use it too. I can just look it up and see for a fact if it's working or not. And then the next thing was, what articles or magazines did I read online about this gardening topic? So this will give me a perspective. It'll give me an idea of how my mindset is working on this concept called gardening. So at the same time, I can assume, so if this is getting me excited, this might get another person excited as well. So I can make assumptions like this and try out my different processes and check out if it works or not. So yeah, that's all the work I've done for today, and I'll keep you updated once I do more work. And also, last day of 75 Hard Challenge tomorrow. I still have tomorrow to go through. So I thought it was ending tomorrow. My bad. I didn't count the days properly. But then, I did count, but then I thought 75th day it was over. But I have to finish it. Anyways, I have 1 more day to go. Hella exciting. Monday, I'm gonna eat like a beast.